So, Lords of the Fallen, is it any good? Well, hopefully we'll find out in a minute. This is obviously a PS4 review of it. I just fiddled around with a dashboard because it's the first time I've recorded off my PlayStation so far. There's been a huge time gap between my last video and this one, purely because I got a girlfriend and my spare time is now non-existent. And also, I didn't really know how to record the PS4, so I've just literally had a weekend to try and work it out, sit down, spend some time with it. Right, now on with the game. This game was released last year as kind of a competitor slash slight rip-off of Dark Souls, and it's, sorry, that word will keep coming up, Dark Souls, during this review, because basically it's heavily based off it. Now, I think some people tore it apart at the start when it got launched, purely because of it, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing for a game to be heavily influenced by something. Why is that bad? If everyone likes a game, why is it bad for another game to try its hand at it? Now, Dark Souls has always been known as being punishingly difficult. Now, it is doable, because I have played the others, I do love them, and I have finished them both. But I can understand that some people won't have the patience all the time to learn layouts and bloody everything. Some bosses has taken me a good 10 times over and over again to try and beat the little bastard. I managed to finally do it, but I understand some people haven't got the patience. This game, it's not as difficult, so it's a good entry level really. It's like a good first step into the world of Dark Souls. Yeah, it's still difficult in parts. Some bosses will give you a run for your money, but as you can see, as long as you're not stupid and you're still a little cautious, you can get through this game quite easily really. And I think it's quite fun because I found the combat mechanics in this worked a lot. They felt a lot more fluid and a lot faster. I'll probably get shot down for that. I do love them both. I'm not saying anything against Dark Souls, which just sometimes it can be a little annoying in parts. But yeah, as you can see, the graphics are amazing, I think. Still by far and away above Dark Souls graphics. But yeah, I think it's quite... I like a lot of the touches in this game. I love the looks of the armour. It feels quite beefy, and okay, it's very, very ornate and everything, but how's that a bad thing? I mean, I love running around with a sword that looks like it's on fire. Practical, no, but cool looking, yes. The item screen and the arm screen reminded me quite heavily of Diablo, really, of all the slots and different things you can equip and everything, and you can find gear as you go. At the beginning, you will get a choice between Cleric, Warrior and Rogue, and it's pretty self-explanatory really. Cleric, you can kind of mix and match the spells a little bit, like you can start with a Warrior, but also have protection spells and be a Paladin. But tends to really, I found it a bit better if it's a Warrior with the Brawling magic, which basically just heavy hitting really, because if you're a Warrior you're going to have big beefy bastard armour on anyway, so you may as well try and do as much damage as possible. But yeah, I mean, some of the voice acting in this game is a little toe-curlingly bad, but you can quite easily get over that. I mean, some people really can really nitpick at games and say that can ruin it and everything. It doesn't matter. Some of the voiceovers are really quite good and I did enjoy them. Other ones are just kind of corny and you can tell they're not really professionals, a bit amateurish, but that's... who cares really, it's a game. Jesus, I used to love Resident Evil 1 and you look at it now and it makes me want to kill myself. It's that awful. But yeah, I think just definitely give this game a try because it's good. It's good fun. It's definitely doable. So if you're scared of trying Dark Souls and don't want to put the money out, or if you've tried it in the past and didn't think you were quite good enough and didn't have the patience to get through it, I definitely look at this one because it's not as bad. I mean, okay, I might have had it a little easier because I'm used to how these sorts of games work, but as you can tell by the first boss, I got my ass kicked a bit and the timings weren't right and I did screw it up quite a lot as my first go at it, but I still managed it. Cocked up, learnt the patterns, and then yeah, I managed to scrape through. I'm sure someone that knows what they're doing could probably do it without getting beat or even touched. But there are a few little touches in this game that I really like. One of which is like a gambling system they got with the experience. As you go along, you gain experience again, like Dark Souls. Everything will give you experience. Not souls this time, but and then you then have to go and bank these if you want to spend them, which is when you convert that experience into either attribute points or magic points. If you die before you've got to a checkpoint to actually bank them, you will drop them, and then you have to get back to your corpse quick before you either die again and you'll lose them, or what they've got in this is they'll count down. If you take too long, it'll start at 100%, and it'll start slowly deteriorate until nothing. So it kind of gives you a bit more of a oomph to run back to your body rather than thinking, oh, it's safe. Because as you see, like 3,000 experience sat on the floor, slowly counting down, it's a very good incentive to get your ass moving. And also, there's like a multiplier. The more enemies you kill, you'll start off at 1, like at 1%. Or 1 multiplier, sorry, 1x, whatever. So for every enemy you kill, you only get 1 times experience. As you kill more, it'll go up and up and up slowly. But as soon as you bank your XP, that will reset it. So it's kind of like a gambling system of, do you stay out and farm more, I was going to say souls then, more experience, and risk losing all of it? Or do you keep banking it and resetting your multiplier and getting less experience? So I quite like that. You kind of have to walk a fine line. And also, if you find a little bit too hard, it means you can quite easily go back and farm the earlier parts of the game by just literally getting your multiplier high and killing a lot of pointless shit earlier on. So at least that's a little bit of an exploit, but it works. It's quite good. Yeah, I don't know. I'd just say definitely give this game a go, because I'd love them to do another one. I enjoyed it enough. The environments are amazing. The graphics are really good. There are a few little nitpicky things here and there, but I'm not going to bother mentioning it because I enjoyed the game, and I think we focused too much on the negative parts rather than did you enjoy the game? Yes. Would you buy it again? Yes. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So if you like this kind of game, if you ever tried Dark Souls and enjoyed it, buy it. If you ever tried Dark Souls and found out you weren't good enough to do Dark Souls, buy it. If you fancy trying Dark Souls but too scared to, buy it. The only things I would say about this game, there's no multiplayer element, so at no point will you be seeing any little messages on the floor of people. It's just literally you going out alone. And the plot, there's some plot in there somewhere about fallen gods or something. I don't know. I was just there for the combat. For me, I found the combat a lot better when I actually got the two-handed staff, which weirdly I've never used in a game before, but if you equip it and hold it two-handed, it works wonders and makes mincemeat out of things. But yeah, I really did enjoy this game again. I know it's quite old and no one will probably watch it by now, but I don't care. I'm going to review the games I want to review rather than doing the ones that I think are going to get a lot of views. So yeah, please give this a look, guys, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot.